Postgame here after another Miami Hurricanes win in Westchester, Game 2 of the 3-game round robin. Justin Cohen, Ethan Gainey here. Miami looked good tonight. Didn't look great tonight. But in a tournament play, the best thing is just to get a win.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree more. What's most important is the win, obviously. Then you look at the little details after the game, and you talk about, okay, we got the win, but what could we have improved? Discipline, probably one of those things that could have improved. Staying out of the box, of course. And then the forecheck in the first period was not as strong as it was throughout the rest of the game. So little things like that you look at after the game and you say, all right, that's what we need to do better tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. There was no shortage of scoring, and for the first time in a lot of minutes, 2 games, including a championship game, plus a period and a half, and however long it was in the semifinal, Miami let in a goal, and they let in a couple. Is that something to be concerned about, or do you think that that's just part of the game?
Well, I think that's just that comes down to the discipline once again. I think that staying out of the box will obviously make it so that you're not as tired throughout the game. You know, maybe only one of those goals was a power play goal for Rochester, but still, the more you're in the box, the more you're tiring yourself out playing with 4 guys. So staying out of the box is just so important for not allowing those goals. And Harlan Jackson, the goalie, played out of his mind for us. He really had a great game. Tough, no-look pass right into the slot that he couldn't even see, and then a breakaway goal. So nothing on him, but it's just about discipline.
Yeah, I was going to say, Harlan looked very good. It looked like having the extra day's rest really helped. I think that was the right decision by Coach Tom Amello to, not give him that morning game, let him come out in a normal routine, and he excelled there. And for what it's worth, the Hurricanes excelled yesterday, not having him in net. So it all worked out according to plan as far as that goes. Scoring-wise, Schneider had a goal. We saw that was a really nice goal that he had. There were a couple other very, very good goals. We want to talk a little bit about the scoring.
Yeah, so Schneider's goal was on the power play, I believe, and that was a nice backdoor pass. Nobody saw Schneider creeping in, and that's what we've been trying to do on the power play, get guys moving, curling around, so that they all of a sudden the other team misses that guy who just curled around, and he can just come down straight in, get a pass in the slot or backdoor, and it's an easy tap in. And then we have a guy like Devin Musio who scored that goal top shelf. It wasn't on the power play, but it was during a delayed penalty, so that we were a man up 6-on-5. But it's just important, once again, one of the things that I think I mentioned or that I had spoken about to Coach Tom when he asked me after states, what do you think that we need to do better, or after conference championship? And I said, I think we just need to make sure that we're using our points to the fullest extent. There was a stretch of hockey where we just didn't use our points. And now we're trying to send it back to them more, and we're getting better opportunities. A guy like Musio, who maybe wouldn't have gotten the puck on that play before, and they would have tried to cycle it down low and just throw it in front of the net. Now he's getting it. He's getting space to walk in and shoot that.
I want to get to Matthew Schneider's comments here because he had some very good comments about the game, about the scoring, about his goal. But you made a really good point. I looked at a lot of the D2 teams that are playing, and Miami's going to go D2 next year. FAU's a perfect example. They use the point, and that's how they get a lot of goals. They get traffic in front, shoot it from the point, and that's how they get their scoring done. So that's a very important way to play the game, and maybe something Miami hadn't been focused on. That being said, I do want to get to Matthew Schneider's comments. Here's what he said about his goal, and a little bit about the jerseys as well, and we'll talk about that on the other side.
All right, Ethan Gainey here alongside number 61 for Miami, Matthew Schneider. So, Matt, talk to me about the goal first. What did you see on that play crashing the net?
That was all Ray Owens right there. He found me back door. I was just sitting there. I was just ready for it, but that was all Ray. And Riker made a great pass, made a great play. But we struggled in the power play all game, and we know we have to clean that up a lot. So we're just happy to get one, but. Yeah, that was all Ray Owens on there, giving me a perfect feed back door. I just had to have my stick down, that's all. So
So it seemed like in the first period, maybe Rochester was frustrating the group a bit, especially even the first line that you're on was having trouble getting pucks to the net. What was the difference as the game went on? Did you guys change your game, or did you kind of keep it the same and just wait for things to happen?
Yeah, I mean, all year we've had a lot of success, so that's kind of what we expect of ourselves, and today we just didn't find it, and that was getting frustrating for me especially, but my line mates are so good about picking me up. Keeping things positive. So just in the second period, we really pulled it together. Still not. We know that wasn't our strongest game as a team. We know our line has to pick it up going forward. But I think it was a good move that we pulled it together a little bit in the third period and were able to get some points. And yeah, but knowing moving forward, we got to be better. So just keeping it positive too is also going to be really important.
All right, last question. Going into tomorrow, what do you think the most important thing is going to be to bring together?
I think just playing as a team and staying positive and just sticking together. I think that's going to be big going forward, what we've done all season, and just sticking with it because there's no point in changing it now with the success we've had this year. We know this tournament anyone can beat anyone, and we're not the team that's going to get upset because we know we're the best team here. And yeah, so yeah, going forward, we're just going to show why we're the best team and just keep things positive and hopefully get a couple more wins and come up with the championship.
What did it feel like first time ever wearing these jerseys at Nationals? How did that feel? What was it like wearing them?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, again, just going around warm-ups, it's looking around at everyone. I mean, they're pretty beautiful. I think they're the nicest jerseys I've worn and one of the nicest jerseys I've ever seen. So obviously, huge thanks for Rivera for hooking us up with these. They're awesome. Thanks for all the fans that voted for us because they're the reason that we have these in the first place. And looking forward to get a couple more wins in them, too. So that's what we're looking ahead, so.
Thank you, Matt.
Yeah, those jerseys looked really, really good. I think even better than the pictures made them look. If you're in the Pennsylvania area and you have a chance to come and see these jerseys in person, do it. If not, next year in Kendall, you got to come out and see those jerseys. They look amazing.
Yeah, the retro look, I don't know what it is. I think we were talking about this pregame. That cream color it doesn't always work, but when you get it right, it's such a great retro look, and especially with the Ibis logo in the middle. The university allowed us to use that older version of the Ibis logo with the orange, and I think it just looks great.
I told you earlier off camera, I said when it works, it works. Yeah. And in this case, it worked. It was really, really, really cool. So that's going to do it, well, except for one thing. We had a little bit of a malfunction with our pregame show. It finally went up, but you guys were probably watching the game when it went up. So instead of having you go back and click another link and watch the pregame show, watch us talk about something that already happened, very boring. I'm going to save you 8 minutes of your time. You've stuck with us this long. You don't need to watch us for another 8 minutes, right? I think anybody would agree with that. So we have an interview that we did with organist and PA announcer James Witherite, and we're going to do it again. We're going to play that interview. Now, I'm going to warn you, some of the questions that I asked James were about what he expects, what he wants to see out of the team. So, James, come over here. Come over here.
This is perfect.
We have to ask before we go to the interview. Because we're going to ask you what you expect out of Miami. What did you see out of Miami today?
What did I see out of Miami? Saw tenacity, saw a strong forecheck, a strong back check. I saw the pace pick up as the game went on, and just an all-around solid 200-foot team effort.
All right, so now we're going to watch what you were expecting to see, and we'll see if it matches up. And after that, we're going to say goodbye. So we're going to say goodbye from this. For Ethan, for James, I'm Justin. Have a great night. And we'll do it all again tomorrow. Joined here now by James Witherite, a personal friend and a friend of the program to the University of Miami. I kind of dragged him into it, but without you, James, we would not have the broadcast equipment that we have and the way that we do it. So first of all, thank you for doing what you do for the University of Delaware and gracing us with that equipment, and giving us the ability to do what we do. So start there, but tell everybody kind of how your whole method of broadcasting, started.
Well, it actually started for me in the hockey realm anyway, in 2017 as solo radio for a couple high school programs, and then the lower University of Delaware teams, again solo radio until I got the call up from the ACHA Men's Division I team in the 2019-20 season. I was approached by their management that they wanted to upgrade their video stream, at which point I said, and they wanted me on the call, and I said to them, well, if we're going to do this, we're going to do this right. And it's just grown from there, from a simple one-camera operation now to a full-fledged broadcast with lower thirds, score bug, sponsors, which has really been a driving force. And through it, I've learned the technology to build a professional quality broadcast on a shoestring with a skeleton crew, and to be able to bring that to the University of Miami's program as well. I know it's been a help for me. I hope it's been a help for the Hurricanes and their families and their fans too.
Yeah, the feedback that we get from everybody is they love the broadcast, they love what we can do, and what I like to say, because I encourage people to go and watch a University of Delaware game, we've only scratched the surface of what we can and will bring you in the future. So it's really exciting, what we can bring in the future. And I don't want to give away any secrets right now, so I want to kind of change the topic a little bit, because not only are you an accomplished broadcaster, not only are you now an entrepreneur in doing all of this, but you are going to be doing the PA announcing for tonight's game. And that's not all, folks. PA announcing, music DJ, scorekeeper.
Don't ruin it.
And you play the organ during the game. Tell us how you do that, how that all started.
Well, it's a hockey arena. You've got to have an organist at a hockey arena. I don't remember how this part began. Well, I started playing organ when I was 3, but putting it all together in the hockey environment, I honestly don't know how it began, but I did some events in 2019, some events in 2020 as a PA announcer, organist, off-ice official, and it's just snowballed from there. I've been fortunate to do a couple USA Hockey National Championships. I've been the in-arena voice for AAU College Hockey at their national championship since their inception, and it's been a lot of fun.
Now, you're going to be on the PA announcing call of tonight's game. You have never seen UM in person, but as a friend of the program, what are you looking forward to most about tonight's game?
I just want to see this team do well here at Nationals. I want to see, obviously, the broadcast continue to do well, and I want to see the broadcast be a positive recruiting tool for the program to help it grow, to help it get back to Nationals in future years, and just continue to build and cultivate a strong hockey culture in Miami.
And what about those new jerseys tonight? You want to see those, right?
I got a sneak peek of them. I love a good classic look. Fans, I think you will too.
All right, if you listen to the game on Black Dog and you hear the national anthem tonight, you're going to hear his voice singing it, because he does that too. Why not? James Witherite, everybody, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Justin.